Hey, welcome back to another video. Today I got a couple things we're talking about. We read the book, I'm reading the book Super Tractor by Gabriel Bernstein, right? And one of the things that she's talking about is what's stopping us, 7 blocks that stop us from manifesting the life that we want. And this is going to apply to anybody, especially if you're looking for a relationship, or if you're having a hard time getting the desire that you want, like manifesting a job or a new career or a specific item or a specific thing like a house, car, phone, whatever it is you want in life, like anything. It could be really anything. So one of the main things she talks about is one of the blocks is the belief in lack. She mentions 6 blocks. So the belief in lack, thinking that there is not enough to go around, comparing ourselves to others, the need to win at the expense of having fun, fearing rejection, and having a need more mentality. But I'm just gonna be talking about believing lack and some of the things that I did to help remove some of the belief in lack in myself, and what I did and what I currently do now. One of the easiest ways to remove yourself from the lack mentality, the lack mindset, is to start giving to others. Giving to others means you have enough. It means you are able to provide. You are becoming like our creator who has given to you. When you give to others, you are establishing the same kind of sense of properties. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a story. When I was looking for a relationship, so that was before I'm with my partner now and we are married, I had a lot of issues that I had to solve about myself first before I found the right person. And I did find a couple people along the way that helped me with those things, but were more of a mirror about how I was currently at the time. But it wasn't the people, it was my decision and my choice that I wanted to feel good, that I wanted to find the right partner, and I wanted to be the right partner. I can't find the right partner if I'm not the right partner myself. So I had to start becoming what I wanted out of somebody else. And this was a challenging process, and it takes a lot of introspection, figuring out what is actually the right partner, what I think is the right partner first, and then, am I those things? A lot of questions. You have to ask yourselves a lot of questions, and you have to write down what you respond with, so that way you can think clearly. If you only were to sit down and think, yes, you'll definitely get the answer, right? But it's more organized when you start writing down, either on your phone, on a piece of paper, whatever it is that you want to write on. It helps you organize your thoughts. But at the time, I wasn't very confident in my ability to give. I wasn't confident in what I had to offer in a relationship. I wasn't sure if I even deserved something good. So first I had to remove the negative thoughts of myself saying that, oh, I don't deserve something good, I don't deserve a loving partnership. And I got rid of that by writing down affirmations over and over every single day about that I loved myself, that I deserve to be loved, I deserve to have a good relationship, I deserve to love and to be open and honest, that I deserve those things. I got rid of that part first. But when I got to the point where I wasn't feeling confident what I had to offer, this is what I did. For me, I was actually solving a couple things at once. Confidence, right, in giving. Rejection. So remember I said fear of rejection is having as one of the blocks. And also giving to others. What I did is I bought a bunch of roses. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I bought a bunch of roses from like Publix or whatever. And I used to go to USF. So I got these roses and I went to the freaking like parking lot by the library, and I just started giving out a single rose to anyone I saw. Anyone who gave me like a little bit of eye contact, who looked at me a little bit like, oh, what is this guy doing with all these roses, right? I'll be like, would you like a rose? Here you go. Whether it was male or female, I just offered them. I got rid of them pretty quickly that way. But this was a little scary for me because I felt nervous giving roses to girls and guys. And if it was a guy, I'd be like, yo, here you go. And you got a girlfriend, bro? Go give it to your girlfriend, right? Giving them the opportunity to... I'm giving to others what I would want to receive myself. That is the most important thing. It's such a simple saying. Give to others what you yourself, like, treat people the way you want to be treated. Wow, so crazy, so genius, right? But we start to fall into the belief that if we do that, then we are not gonna have enough for ourselves, or that we're not gonna receive back the same treatment. We set ourselves up for this kind of thinking, and if you have been under this kind of thinking, and analyze, has it been working out for you? Probably not. But the moment we start getting rid of our lack mentality, that we're missing out, that we don't have enough to go around, then we start to open up the possibility of our Creator blessing us and giving us what we need and what we deserve. So I gave out all these roses, and I was pretty nervous, but I felt much better after. I actually think I did that twice, not like day after day, but when I started to feel bad again, like I was, because you're gonna relapse, and that's totally okay sometimes. Every time, it's okay every time, as long as you continue to make the choice that you want to be better and that this relapse is not permanent. Then it's okay. Every time you relapse, it's totally fine, as long as you know that you relapsed into, like, let's say bad thinking or your bad habits, your bad addictions. As long as you know, okay, I'm gonna go forward from here again. To add on to what I was saying, I want to read this verse from the Quran because I am a Muslim. It's from chapter 3, is verse 92. Allah says, "You will never achieve righteousness until you donate some of what you cherish, and whatever you give is certainly well known to Allah." And what I wrote here in my notes is that this verse in the Quran shows that we will never achieve greatness and righteousness until we donate and give to others what we ourselves want. And this relates to the simple saying, which treat others the way you want to be treated. And I said we cannot give to others like old grapes that are rotting, but yet ourselves we want fresh grapes, right? It doesn't make sense, and we need to give to others that which we would want to receive. Because sometimes people think, well, when you donate things, I'll just donate my trash, right? Just get rid of my garbage. Yes, it's a fine donation, but it's not the best donation. We have to give to others what we ourselves want to receive. If you want to receive love, you need to give love. If you want to receive money, you need to give money. They always say you can't make money without spending money, right? And it doesn't mean you need to have a lot of money to spend, but you should be willing to invest in yourself, invest in others, invest in an opportunity. We always have to give before we receive. And I wrote here that our Creator is our Creator. When I say our, I mean the same person, the same God that created me and that created you is the most merciful and makes everything in perfect order. I want you to take a look at this. You're watching this video through your phone, through the internet, through a camera that's like picking up like all these like pixels, like light data, and then it gets processed, it goes to my computer, it gets uploaded to a server, YouTube then serves it to you. So many different processes that are all happening thanks to the mercy that our God has given us the knowledge to do all these things. It's such a blessing for us to have knowledge from anywhere in the world that has internet right now, which not all the world has internet. And we're able to receive this knowledge from anyone. So you're receiving some knowledge from me, you can receive knowledge from other creators, books. I think these are a lot of things that we take for granted these days, because it's so easy access, we don't even know where to start. But luckily we have some algorithms that help bring you content that is made to keep you on the platform. But sometimes it's really good content, hopefully like this, and it's gonna be helping you. Especially I'm hoping that you leave with some value out of this. I have another verse here. It's chapter 2, 267. It says, "O believers." So it says, "Donate from the best of what you have earned and of what we have produced for you from the earth. Do not pick out worthless things for donation, which you yourselves would only accept with closed eyes. And know that Allah is self-sufficient, praiseworthy." And this is another verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He commands us to give from the best of what we have. And that's exactly the same saying, treat people the way you want to be treated. If you had the best fruits, because it's saying God has helped you produce those fruits, God has helped you produce those vegetables, or raising the farm animals. Now this doesn't necessarily have to apply to food. It's from whatever God has helped you produce, whether it's your knowledge, whether it could even be your love. Whatever you have produced, give the best of what you have, because the Creator is self-sufficient. He can grant as much as He pleases, and He can take away as much as He pleases. What you think that you have produced has actually come from the Creator Himself, and He has blessed you and entrusted you with those things. So who are you to hold back and keep it away from others when you could be giving and serving to others just as God intended? And God is most merciful. So you think when you give to others, you're gonna be missing out? I want you to think deeply about that one. So basically, to sum up basically what I said, basically, sorry, I keep saying the same word. We need to rid ourselves of any lack, of any limitations of lack that we're gonna be missing out. before we can begin to receive more. And one of the ways that I did that is by giving. One of the ways we should be doing that is by giving to others what we ourselves receive. I hope you are a little motivated to go give something today, and think about the things that you feel like are you're missing or that you're holding on to tightly. Well, if you have a firm grip on that thing, I want you to loosen up your grip, and I want you to continue to open it until you have given what you hold so tightly and so close to yourself. I want you to give it to anyone who you might care about. I think most definitely you will have the opportunity to do something along those lines today, whether it's giving somebody a hug if you are like holding back your affection, whether it's giving somebody a donation of money or an item that they may need or would like to use that's yours, that you're holding so tightly, whether it's your wonderful smile. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that a smile is even charity. So when God says to donate of the best of what you have, sometimes the best of what you have is you. Just a nice, beautiful smile. You're happy to see someone. You let someone know that you love them or something. Anything that you might be holding back, that you're holding on to tightly, I want you to go ahead and try to give that to somebody today. Also, I just wanted to let you know that March 1st, I'm going to be releasing a course, like a program. It's going to be like a 1-month program. It's basically how to manifest anything you want. It's not really going to guarantee that you will receive the manifestation 1 month. You definitely can. That's not the point. The point is to give you the skills, the habits, and the discipline that you will need in order to manifest anything that you want. And it takes, approximately 30 days. So the course should not to make a form a habit. So if you stay true to the course, and I'm gonna help you like along the whole way. Then after 30 days, you will have the habits and the skills. There was a car going by. It's too loud. After 30 days, you'll have the habits and skills to manifest whatever you want. Basically, we're going to be journaling. We're going to do in like weekly group calls. We're going to have some one-on-one coaching. And everything's going to be laid out nice and easy. The how, the what, and the why. All in clear order. It's just going to be a straight guide. It's like a formula. Anyway, right, if you're excited about that and you want to get the early discount, my Patreon is down below. Also, you're going to get like notifications on my videos and stuff like that. Just join for free on Patreon. And I'm making a community Discord. We're going to be talking about like success stories. We're going to be able to ask questions. You can contact me very easily on there. It's going to be a great community. I can see it coming. So I just want you to, if you want to be an early joiner, it's still early, but you can join. The Discord link is in the description as well. The last two things that I want to talk, I know this video is long enough. If you stick with me, I think you'll get some more value. The last two things I want to talk about from this chapter in this video is that she said to bless others, and something about our desires and how we should not be telling people our desires immediately if we're not confident. So when I say bless others, if you feel that whenever you look, let's say you want a relationship, and let's say you're looking at a couple outside and you start to feel envious or jealous, or these are not good feelings and these are not going to help you get to where you want to be. Most definitely not. Impossible. You're not going to find a nice, beautiful partner, romantic partner, if you are envious and jealous of what other people have, right? When we see people who have what we want, we should be like, wow, it's possible. It's possible that I can also have the same thing. They have it, I can definitely have it. And you should give them a blessing. This relates exactly back to what I said. Give to others what you yourself would want to receive. If you were outside in public, would you want everyone looking at you and being envious and jealous that you're mad with your partner? No, definitely not. Give them a blessing. Send them to say, wow, what a beautiful couple. I wish them the best and a happy relationship that continues and flourishes. That prayer, that blessing is going to help release that feeling of lack that you may be having, that there's not enough to go around, because now you're saying, I wish what I want for myself for you too. So now if I get that thing and you have that thing, there's more. And if I wish that on other people too, there's more. We're creating. And that comes from the source, our creator, and the most merciful creator. Also about our desires. So if this has probably happened, you want to start a project or something, you want to start a business, and you start telling people that you want to start, you want to do this, and you start receiving back like, oh, it might not work, it's not profitable, are you even able to do that, are you even capable, are you good enough for that, right? And you're like, what the heck is going on? No one wants to support me or is excited for me. That's because they're actually showing back a reflection of how you probably feel deep down inside. And what's very important is that if you do not feel strong and confident about your desires, that you're gonna have it, that it's certain that this business is gonna work out for you because you believe in it so heavily and you feel like this is what the world needs or whatever it might be, then if you don't feel that way, then other people are going to show you how you're really feeling. So it's very important for you to keep your desires to yourself until you feel really good about them. If someone asks you what's going on, you don't have to be very open about exactly what's going on, what projects you're working on, whatever it is you might be trying to manifest. Because if you don't feel good about it, then they're not going to feel like, if I came up to you and I said, oh, I'm starting a business and it's about like photography, or I'm making a YouTube channel, and it's like, you know, they're going to be like, oh, are you sure? You know, they're not going to, you're not coming off confident. They're not going to feel confident what you're saying. But if you came up and said, yeah, I'm making the world's best company here and it's going to change the world, they're going to be like, whoa, what is it that you're making? You know, they're gonna be way more interested in that. What you give off is what you're gonna receive back. And this is the final thing I'm gonna say before we go. The video is gonna end right after this. And if you stuck with me this long, I want you to please help me out. It's helping you yourself. Give to others what you want to see. Hit the like button, maybe subscribe, join the Patreon, and join the Discord if you want to be part of the community. In the book, she says that Dr. Dwayne Dyer famously said, "You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are."